Hello, and we're welcome again to SaharaTV, reaching you live from New York City. My name is Abayomi Shogunle. You must have heard a lot about the Nigerian police, and prior to this conversation we're about to have, where we showed you a footage of that we captured on the Nigerian highway in January, of policemen extorting money from nobody else but me. And today we want to discuss the state of Nigerian police and the issue of corruption and bribery in particular. So I will be speaking with CSP Abayomi Shogunle. He's the Assistant Force Public Relations Officer of the Nigerian Police. CSP Abayomi, you're welcome to SaharaTV in New York.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Abayomi from Nigeria.
Yes, we just want to go straight into the issue. There's just been a recent change in the leadership of the police, and one of the reasons given by President Goodluck Jonathan for firing the former police inspector general was that there was a lot of indiscipline under his leadership. Do you have anything to say to this?
What I can tell you is that the new Inspector General of Police, that is IGP Solomon Arase, during his inaugural meeting with officers at strategic level, that's commissioners of police and above, and he rolled out his strategic policing plans, which is expected to address some of the abnormalities that we have been experiencing in the past.
So, if you are saying here that certain things were abnormal in the past, I imagine you don't want to comment on the removal of the former police IG. Can you tell us some of the things that have been out of order that you are trying to fix since there's a new man at the helm of affairs?
Part of them are issues of relating to corruption, bribery, human rights abuses, and also issues of inadequate logistics, inadequate welfare of officers and men of the force. And these are part of the things that are going to be taking the front burner. And as well, this is the 21st century. This is 2015, and there is need to include cutting-edge technologies in issues of fighting crime in Nigeria, just as we see it happening in other parts of the world. So
you are saying that you have come finally to admit that you have a corruption problem in the Nigerian police, issue of bribery, and that the police is associated with a lot of human rights abuses. And you said this is what you want to do, but how do you go about it? Can you break it down to the people of Nigeria and perhaps other Africans or people in the world who are listening to you today? How do you intend to go about stopping corruption in various police formations across the country? As you can see, with what we had, this is just a small part of police corruption. The big part is carried out by the leadership of the police at the highest level. So, I mean, collection of bribe on our highways in Nigeria is just a small part of police corruption, and I'm sure you know that. How do you intend to police the big kahunas in Nigerian police force?
I think if you want to be fair to the Nigerian police force, you wouldn't just tag Nigerian police force with the issue of corruption. Corruption is a general problem based on the reports we have, just as you know, in Nigeria. So, and the Nigerian police force is just a part of the greater of Nigeria, of the whole country. So it will just be unfair to just tag the Nigerian police force with the issue of corruption. And having said that, like part of the strategic policing plans of Inspector General of Police Solomon Arase, and which he stated that the loss of public respect and confidence in the police as well as our inability to effectively tackle crimes in the most ethical and professional manner have been widely attributed to the challenges of corruption within the policing system. And he is coming up with two major approaches to fight the issue of corruption. And the first one is to develop a framework, an intervention that will address root causes of corruption in these regards, official factors like logistics and welfare challenges that create grounds for corrupt tendencies by police officers will be vigorously addressed. And the second one is the approach to pursue a very robust anti-corruption enforcement strategy, which this has been put in place. And as regards the issue of human rights abuses, I would also say that as we are all aware, this is not just happening to the Nigerian police force. The issue of human rights abuses is a problem involving all police forces and services across the world, even in the most developed nations. And there is a need to ensure that things don't get worse than what we'll have, and that's why a lot of training will be taking place, capacity building of officers, and we're also having manuals, human rights manuals and guidelines to ensure that adequate measures are taken to protect rights of individuals. The rights of individuals that we'll be protecting, it's not just only from abuse from police officers, but also from abuse from any state actor, from even individuals who might want to abuse the rights of others.
Yes, I appreciate how you laid this down, but again, you still haven't answered my question about the highest level of the police hierarchy. You know, it's, yeah, we talk about logistics. This affects mostly the rank and file of the police. But the real corruption in the police, the circumvention of the course of justice in the country, the issue of abuse of human rights are carried out by the big guys at the top. They don't have logistic problems. I've seen police commissioners who have, you know, cars, plenty of cars, you know, very expensive cars. They have houses. They don't lack, but yet, and this happens as a result of corruption. In fact, some of your officers are on Facebook displaying openly their wealth. And you imagine where do they get those things from? What do you intend to do about the guys at the top? It's easy to catch guys who are collecting 20 naira, 500 naira, 1,000 naira. But it's more difficult to weed out the guys at the top who are responsible for the situation in the police force today. And you haven't addressed that. You want me to be fair to the police. I want to be fair, but I also want us to fundamentally address the issue of corruption at the top.
As regards fighting corruption, either at the lowest level, at the middle level, or at the top echelon of the force, the robust anti-corruption crusade is against everybody. And let me state here that the Nigerian police force, under the leadership of IGP Solomon Arase, there is no room for any corrupt individual in the Nigerian police force. And part of the strategies that will be used is enhancement of whistleblowing mechanism. Just like there's this website, www.stopthebribes.net. That's stopthebribes.net. There, citizens can give information to the police. You can upload videos, you can send emails, you can send text messages, you can send voice messages. And the fight against corruption it's going to take a look at everybody.
For example, and now we're not talking to the IG Solomon Arase now. Will he be willing to declare his assets, for example, as the top police officer in the country? Would he be willing to say, look at me, you know, this is all I have. This is the number of cars I have, houses, and so on. I think we lost him. Yes, we just lost the police spokesperson there, and we hope to get him back on Skype and continue this conversation about corruption, bribery, and abuse of human rights within the Nigerian police. Stay tuned, please.